basically it boils down to something cannot come from nothing. And even though they describe the Big Bang Theory, they put all the scientific steps of how all that happened, still we need to ask ourselves, how did the explosion happen? Because you need the right environment for an explosion to take place. An explosion's just not going to happen just for no reason. There's a cause. There's an environment that will set that off. And the same goes with the beginning of the universe. That's why we know that it took an intelligent designer to create the heavens, create the stars, the moon, the sun, all the planets, and then all our earth that we see. It took an intelligent designer. Just as it takes an intelligent designer to do things in this world. A builder is an intelligent designer. Even someone baking a cake, that takes intelligence. It takes a mind to be able to consider what to put in, what ingredients to put in, how long to leave it in the oven. I mean, it's just a simple example, but it's a fine one. There's an intelligent designer. And we understand that there is a spiritual world as well as a physical world. So I believe, and there are many, many people who do believe, that a spiritual, intelligent designer, whom we call God, created all the heavens, all the earth, everything you see, everything you don't see. Whereas on the other hand, there's people who do believe that the whole world just suddenly exploded, and everything came into being. But I'd like you to question and really seek out, how did the explosion happen? And if you say, well, this happened, or chemicals caused it, or the environment there caused it, but what caused that? You can go back as far as you can, and you will always come to the question, well, what caused that? If you really look at it. And then there's people who believe that human beings simply came from bacteria. Well, let's ask, where did that bacteria come from? And then they'll say, maybe from the Big Bang caused the bacteria. But where did the explosion come from? What caused the explosion? Once again, no explosion happens unless the environment is set in place and causes it. And if there was nothing at all, well, then there was no environment if there's nothing. So there's that, and that takes a lot of faith to believe that. Or on the other hand, you can start to consider, okay, maybe there is an intelligent designer who created all of this. And I'll just leave you with two words from the Bible, very specific words of God. And one is, when God made male and female, he breathed life into them. He breathed his life into them. He breathed into them, and they became a living human being. Up until that point, they had been made. They had a physical body, male and female, but they weren't breathing yet. And when God breathed his life into them, they became a living human being. And then later on in the Word of God, you will read that when we die, our body returns to the dust where it came from, and our spirit, the breath of life, the spirit, returns to the one who gave it. So we know that us human beings were made from the dust of the ground. I know it doesn't sound very appealing, but that's how we were made. That's how God, our creator, designer, chose to make us human beings. From the dust of the ground, the first humans were made from the dust of the ground. And then God breathed his life into them. And it's very, very interesting to know that this word was written thousands of years ago. Now, these people writing about human being made from the dust of the ground, how would they know that actually the dust from the ground contains chemicals? and minerals. And that's what is in our body, chemicals, part of us anyway, chemicals and minerals. That is similar or the same as the ground. So if you just go through and understand that there is a designer that did bring all this into being, and there is a designer where our breath, when we take our last breath, our spirit goes back to the one who gave it. So I'll leave you with those thoughts today, and yeah, just it's really important to give it some thought, because once you can come to a understanding, a lot of mysteries about the whole world, about life, where it's been, where it's headed, you'll begin to understand a lot more if you can get the beginning correct. Anyway, I'll leave you with that, and please take care. Bye for now.